Trump just gave Dems big middle finger, invited their mortal enemy to the White House. They've already started slandering him. By Liberty Bell for DailyVine.com. Over the last year, the Democrats in office have been doing all they can to attack President Trump and his administration. It appears that no matter what Trump does, to the left side of the aisle is already to pummel him with audacious claims of racism, bigotry, and of course, the Russian collusion story that they keep peddling into the masses. While weaker men and women in the political world have already crumbled from these constant attacks, Trump seems only to grow more confident and stronger in his resolve. Now Trump is giving the left one big middle finger to the Democrats by inviting Russian President Vladimir Putin to the White House. And just as suspected, the left is already pitching a massive temper tantrum. As you know, for the last year and a half, the Democrats in office have been hoping that President Trump would be found guilty of Russian collusion, though no matter how hard they dig, they cannot seem to find a shred of evidence tying Trump or his family to this ridiculous conspiracy theory, which has angered them to no ends. Now, because of this ridiculous investigation, tensions between the two countries have only grown worse. President Trump, to smooth the rough waters between the two nations, has offered an olive branch to Vladimir Putin to come to the White House for a visit. While this simple gesture would never have been frowned upon if it was the Obama administration offering it, but since Trump is the one extending it, the left and several never-Trumpers are in absolute uproar. Here is more from ABC News. President Donald Trump offered to host Vladimir Putin at the White House for a summit during a phone call with the Russian leader last month, a senior Kremlin aide told Russian media today. Both the White House and the Kremlin have previously said the two leaders had discussed a possible summit during a call on March 20th when Trump called Putin to congratulate him on his win in Russia's presidential election. At a briefing Monday, the Kremlin aide Yuri Usakov said Trump had suggested on the call that the summit could be held at the White House. When our presidents were talking on the phone, Trump proposed to hold the first meeting in Washington in the White House. Usakov was quoted by Russian news agencies as saying. Usakov did not say whether Putin had accepted the proposal and said that no specific negotiations for a summit had started, adding that Russia hopes one will take place in some form according to Russia's state news agency, TASS. If everything will be okay, I hope that the Americans won't withdraw their proposal to discuss the possibility of holding a summit, Usakov said according to TASS. Yushakov said Putin and Trump had not discussed a precise time frame for the meeting and that there has been no discussion between U.S. and Russian officials on the issue since the call, but he said that Russia believes such a summit is highly important and needed for both countries and for the whole of the international community. The White House responded to Yushakov's comments by saying that a number of venues were under consideration for a possible summit, including the White House, but there were no specific plans for a meeting at the moment. As the president himself confirmed on March 20th, hours after his last call with President Putin, the two had discussed a bilateral meeting in the not-too-distant future at a number of potential venues, including the White House. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders told reporters, when she told the reporters, can you just imagine what the questions were like? After the March 20th phone call, Trump told reporters he and Putin had discussed a meeting and that he thought he and Putin would probably get together in the not too distant future to discuss arms control and the threat of a new nuclear arms race. The Kremlin has been signaling it wants a high-profile summit between Putin and Trump, likely focused on arms control. Putin touted an arsenal of invincible, quote, new nuclear weapons in a speech at the beginning of March, calling on the U.S. to treat Moscow as an equal. After Trump and Putin spoke, the Kremlin said it has ordered Russia's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, to open discussions with the U.S. about a meeting. Now, of course, the mainstream media would like everyone to believe that this was some sinister plot to overthrow our republic. But guess what? It's not. In fact, what President Trump is doing is precisely what any strong world leader should do to ensure that everyone in the world stays peaceful. If President Trump were to start more controversy with Putin, it could cause a domino effect, which would inevitably lead us all into war. Trump is the strong leader we elected him to be, and naturally, that angers the left. Hopefully this meeting goes well and President Trump can reach common ground with Putin that would benefit the entire world. I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about that. But, you know, these idiots, you know, these liberals, I mean, if you put them inside to fight anything, they would hide under the bed. Do you see what I'm saying? Then they want to go head to head with Putin. I mean, insanity. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just insanity. But thank the Lord, there's not a lot of them out there. You know, it's just a select few. Don't look at all the advertising that they get. That we think there's more liberals. Trump wouldn't have won if the population was more towards the liberal side. Absolutely. What? Just because Hollywood supports the liberal side, it doesn't mean the people are swallowing their crap. Believe me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.